Welcome to Laundromat News Today. I'm America's favorite laundromat podcast news anchor, host, and only one, as far as I know. Still, I don't know. Let me know if I'm not. Bringing you all of the news from around the world in the laundromat industry. And listen, we got to start off on a pretty serious note. You may have heard, or you may have recalled a few weeks ago, when we talked about Alliance having I was going to say recall, but it's not a recall, but they have what do you call it when there's a problem? Okay, well, there's a problem with some of the dryers. And listen, I had a couple of different distributors reach out to me this last week and give me a call and tell me about their frustrations with Alliance right now. So I just want to kind of let you guys know what's going on behind the scenes. These distributors, who shall remain unnamed, who gave me a call to explain the situation, were feeling like Alliance is trying to take advantage of them. And here's the rundown of the situation. There is a problem with some of the dryers. I'll tell you which ones here in a second. There's a problem with some of their dryers, and in order to get those fixed, Alliance has reached out to their distribution network to hire them to come and fix your dryers for you, and they're going to pay them a sum. And these distributors that reached out to me were they were venting at the offer that they were given. Essentially, Alliance offered them far below, in their minds at least, what they felt like it would cost to actually make these repairs, and both felt like they would be losing money for their businesses if they did these repairs for Alliance. Now, here's why this is important. Number one, it's important for them, obviously, because they feel like they're being taken advantage of Alliance. And again, I can't really comment on whether or not that is the case, but I've read through sort of the offer that they sent out to these service techs. And well, anyways, I've read through it, and it's it's a little low, I would say. So all that to say, here's why this is important to you is because, number one, these distributors, the ones who called me, they're the good guys, right? They're the ones that are trying to take care of you, trying to do things right, trying to provide the service that we need here, and putting them in a tough spot. But number two is they both have told me that they have declined that service, and I'm assuming that they are not the only ones because if they're going to lose money, then I'm not sure why anybody would. So if you're running into this situation, it trickles down, right? Unless Alliance comes up with a solution, and I have not yet heard of that solution, it's going to trickle down to us and become our problem. Well, it already is our problem. And, just kind of let you know what the problem actually is. There's some loose screws between the gas valve and the discharge manifold in certain dryers. Here's the dryers that are affected. Okay. I'll just give you kind of a rundown of what dryers were actually affected by this. This is the Design 6 30-pound, 35-pound, 55-pound single cylinder tumble dryers, the 30 and 45-pound stacked tumble dryer machines, and all commercial combination washer extractor tumbler dryer machines with natural gas or liquid petroleum heat. And if they were manufactured between July of 2021 and April 14th of 2025. So here's how you can tell if your machines are affected by this. They're going to have a couple of things here. So the serial numbers, the model numbers, first of all, of these machines will have the number 6 in the 13th digit of the model from left to right. So if you count 13 digits in from the left to the right, that number, if it's a 6, then you're affected. Out of these potential machines, the range from July 2021 to April 2025, the serial numbers are going to start with 2107 up to 2504. Okay, so that is what you should be looking for. And again, if you have dryers in that range, I think you start with reaching out to your distributor, seeing if they are willing and able to come fix those machines. If not, then it would behoove you to reach out to Alliance to see what the solution is. And if you just don't want to deal with the drama, I actually do have step-by-step instructions of how you could fix it. Now, I will say, and that I'm happy to give to you, but I will say, that I don't know if that's going to void a warranty. I don't know if that's going to cause any problems for you, but if you just want to take care of it and you want step-by-step instructions with photos on how to fix it, let me know, Jordan at laundromat-resource.com, and I will send those over to you. And this is a really good time also to say, hey, if you're out there and you've got news, big or small, about your specific laundromat or a company that's servicing the laundromat industry that you would like to get out there, send me a press release or just an email announcement at news@laundromat-resource.com. We'll make sure we get it into these news episodes. Okay, listen. I feel like that got real serious real fast. We're talking about the biggest manufacturer in the industry. I have vocalized some of my frustrations with them in the past. Other people have vocalized their frustrations with them and some of the business decisions that they're making. And those kind of continue to go on. Again, I think we should be keeping an eye on Alliance and on what they're doing with our data, what they're doing with their franchises, that some of them are getting put up across the street from our businesses, what they're doing with buying up distributors. I think we need to keep an eye on that and be wise in how we conduct our business with these manufacturers in our industry, and specifically just on the heels of this announcement, Alliance right now. So also, if you're out there from Alliance and you want to come and give your perspective, I'm only giving one perspective right now. I've not been able to reach anybody from Alliance. So if you want to come set the record straight, Jordan at laundromat-resource.com, and I would love to do that. So let's shift gears here. And I'm just going to tell you straight up right now, this is the joke. Okay, I'm going to tell you the joke. This is for you, Patrick, and for Giant Laundromats out there who's been commenting on the jokes as well. But before I tell you the joke that I had to dig deep within myself to come up with on my own, I want to tell you why this has been so difficult for me to tell jokes. If you search laundromat jokes, you're going to get, this is what you're going to get, okay? This is what I'm working with here. And listen, I'm not funny. I can't come up with my own jokes very easily, although I think I got a doozy today. But I don't come up with jokes very easily, so I have to get some inspiration somewhere. This is what I'm working with, okay? I'm going to just read you a few off of this list that I have, and you make your own judgment on how funny or not funny I am based on this, okay? Here's joke one I want to read you. Why did the shirt go to school? To get more starch. What? What? What's a washing machine's favorite music? Heavy metal. What? Is it because it's made of metal? I don't understand. Why don't dryers ever tell secrets? Because they can't keep a spin. I don't know if that's like some sort of old-timey lingo that I'm just not getting, or new lingo that I'm just not getting, but I'm just not getting it. How do socks greet each other? Long time no see. I just don't understand these jokes. What do you call a laundry room's favorite game? Hide and sheet. I mean, that's like borderline a joke. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Why was the laundry basket always confident? It could handle the load. Okay. I mean, I guess that's sort of a laundry joke, but anyways, my point is that I'm not working with a whole lot over here. So I just feel like I need to like justify my lack of being funny over here. This is what I'm working with. Okay, here's my joke that I spent some time to come up with just for you, now that I've like probably lost half of you because you're like, dude, what are you doing? Okay, here's the joke. Why did the young laundromat owner switch to a card payment system? Because he was having a quarter life crisis. That's pretty good though, right? Quarter life crisis. We got the quarter life crisis mixed in there with like, hey, he's young, but he's having a crisis, but also like, I don't know if you've owned a coin store, but I've owned a coin store and there's a little bit of a crisis going on. Okay, I'm going to stop explaining it. That's the best I got for a joke that I'd come up with on my own. That's it. All right, couple more actual news. Well, sort of actual news. So I got a couple of actual news stories and then some other cool ones. So I just want to point out, Ann's Gelato in San Diego is voted #1 ice cream shop in America for the second year in a row, and it really has nothing to do with laundry, but it's got locations in some random spots. Ann's Dry Cleaning, Ann's Hat Makers, and Ann's Electronics Repair. And I think they're all just gelato shops. They're not any of those things. So anyways, I just thought that was funny. It really has nothing to do with laundromats. Okay. There was another story that was highlighted out of Erie's East Side, where Denny has got he's owns a block or something over here. He's got Denny's ice cream stand, ice cream coming back around, Denny's coin laundry, and Denny's touchless auto wash. There's also a bar nearby. So Denny is just crushing it over there, doing it for decades. And I just wanted to shout out Denny's for not the restaurant, the 24-hour, we never close restaurant, but Denny's, who owns an entire block basically on the east side of Erie over there. And then also kind of in the same vein, I wanted to point out a couple of other things going on in New York. We've got Pearl Lee's Laundry that's in Crown Heights. It's a laundromat and bar going over there. Theo Dupree owns that and is crushing it. This is a post-retirement gig business that Theo has put together there, and it's pretty cool. It's got a laundromat in the front and in the back. They got a bar where you can just kind of sip and hang out and do whatever. And then in the same article featured once again our very own J.R. Dumas, who has got a laundromat along with a coffee shop there in Brooklyn. So crushing it over there. If you want links to these articles, there's some photos of their setups that they've got going on. Pretty cool. Get some inspiration on what's going on there. But again, listen, people are getting creative on how to utilize their limited space to maximize the revenue coming in per square foot over there. And it's pretty cool to see people like JR and Theo creating experiences for their customers to try to take some of the chore out of the chore of laundry and bring a little fun back into it. Okay. And then I want to jump international before we wrap this thing up, out in Thailand. And I just wanted to highlight this because I know most of you guys aren't in Thailand, and this is kind of not directly related to you, but there is a new loan product out there, which carries the brand name of a franchise, laundry franchise over there. And it's called Ottery Laundry, and they named the loan product after it. And it offers up to 100% of total investment value in installment terms, up to 7 years with a 6 month grace period on principal repayment. So I wanted to highlight that as, listen, I know for a fact that there's some lenders out there that listen to this. So be looking at some loan products for us over there, and don't just limit it to the franchises. I want to point out that we've got the Laundromat Playbook over here. That's basically a franchise without the franchise, no franchise fees, no ongoing fees. And we help people get in the right way, get their branding right, get their operations squared up, and their business off to the races. So consider us as you're developing these loan products, because 110% loan over 7 years with a 6-year repayment period sounds pretty awesome to get into this business. And I'd like to see more of that stuff happening around here. How about you guys? Let us know. Drop me a line, Jordan@laundromatresource.com. Or if you have a news story or have an announcement, or you got something cool going on in your laundromat and you want to let other people know about it, number one, come on the podcast. Let's talk laundry together. And number two, drop me a press release or an announcement email at news@laundromatresource.com. That is it with news from around the world, all things laundromat related. I'm Jordan Berry, news anchor. Definitely my mom's favorite laundromat news anchor. I can guarantee you that. We'll see you next week. Bye.